guys, it's Theresa of Larkin Design. I'm here today with my Traveler's Notebook and I am working on my Charleston insert. So if you're new to my channel or this is the first video that you're watching on my channel, welcome and I'm glad you're here. I am working in a Traveler's Notebook that I just started here in July, and for the week of July 4th, we ventured out to Charleston for a couple of days, just me and my husband. And so I wanted to document that trip while we were gone. And just quickly, what I have on my desk here that we're going to work on today is that's my cat. Say hello to Nico. You also probably can hear my husband. He's on the phone on a conference call upstairs. We're just both trying to get some stuff done today. So anyway, what I have on my desk is what I'm hoping to work with. I've got my stamps in here. And I sort of covered all of this in the introduction to my Charleston book, or my introduction to my Charleston insert video. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time going over this, but I do have those. I've got a couple of little stamp pads that I picked up, my tools. This is the notebook itself that I also have already sort of gone through to show you what it looked like. And then what I've done for today is I've printed out I think I've probably printed out about 2/3 of the pictures and put them in, they're in place, but they're not adhered down or anything like that. I've also got just some of my embellishments. These are my ephemera and just paper products that I brought back. My washies, I picked up a couple of extras. And this little guy, he's my little elephant I got from Moon and Lola. He's there just to be cute. And then I got a couple of tags here, some 3x4 journaling cards that I actually might not even have room for in the album. And then more of my washi tapes that I've been using. So I'm going to just dive right in here because what I'm hoping to do today, I'm hoping to video most of this real time. If it gets boring, I'll fast forward a little bit, but I'm hoping to do about 30 to 40 minutes of work in this today and see what I can get done in that amount of time. So we're going to see how we can do that. I'm just going to push some things out of the way. I know it'll go off the screen, off the frame. But anyway, so I have these photos. They're just tucked in here on the pages where they go. And a little bit about my process for editing and printing my photos. What I did each night while we were on our trip, I selected the photos that I was more than likely going to print once we got home. I did that every night, and I went ahead and edited them. And so what that does is that puts your edited photos at the bottom of each day on your iPhone. I don't know how it is on Android. I work on an iPhone 6 Plus. So what that does is it puts the photos that you've selected at the bottom of your list for the day, and then you already know which ones you've picked and which ones you've edited. And so if you do that on a daily basis, right, then your photos are edited. When I came home, I brought those photos into my collage app. I think I was using PicStitch, and I arranged all the collages and then printed them out. Now, another thing that I had done was every night when I was selecting the photos that I wanted to edit and keep and print, I wrote out just on a little strip of washi what photo I wanted to go there. And so I have most of this book was already planned out when we came back. I wasn't able to print while we were away. I don't have a selfie or what's the other one? It's just left my brain. I don't have a small printer that I can take with me. So this was the next best thing, right? And this is how to get your photo processing done in a fairly quick and effortless way. And then, so once I had all my pictures in collages, then I brought the collages into Photoshop, into an 8.5 by 11 sheet, and I just printed them out one by one. I think I still have about 3 or 4 more left to print out from the last day, I think. So, you know, I'll do that once I get closer to that place. So I think that my goal here, let's see, I already used that one. My goal here pretty much is just to put a photo, a little bit of journaling, and maybe 1 or 2 embellishments and some of the paper products. I think that's pretty much my goal. I don't want to spend a lot of time on each layout, because I am worried about, you know, how much time this takes to finish. And I think that the fact that it's a traveler's notebook, oh good Lord, this thing, the fact that it's a traveler's notebook lends itself to not overthinking any of the pages, right? And just get the layout done. So easy peasy, just simple. I do want to just stamp a little bit of something right there. So maybe just a little something here. Now this is going to start to look chaotic. I'll just go ahead and warn you. But that's part of the fun of it. I like the fun part of every day. That's a good one. And I think I'm going to use this little blue one just to tie in with the sky a little bit. This picture I took on Broad Street somewhere, just looking up. One of the palm trees was like right there by the sun, and I was like, okay, that's a good shot. So pretty unfussy. Okay, that just bled off a little bit, and that's okay. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to repeat this over here as well. Let's see here. I wonder if, there we go, I like that. Okay. And that's literally all I'm going to do with this page. Okay. Now on this page I already have my journaling that I wrote one of the nights that we were there. And I also have this, at the Gibbs Museum, they gave us this little paper fan. So I used part of it to create a pattern for my journaling, or not a pattern, but just a path for my journaling. And so this picture actually was not taken in Charleston. This was at our house a couple of days before we left. We had a date night. And so here's the story about some of this summer. What had happened, well, we have my 2 children are with us 50% of the time. They're with us half a week. And then Alan's 2 children, they're here with us 100% of the time. So we don't really get much of a parenting break. His parents live in Florida, and his children's, the other side of their family, live in Florida. So they're too far away to really help us out much. and then my parents are both deceased, so we don't really have family nearby to help us. So parenting is all on us, other than when Nick and Natalie go to their dad's. It's you know, 100%. And so, but this summer Addison and Emberlyn had the chance to go to Florida for a couple of weeks, and while they were in Florida, Nick and Natalie went to Myrtle Beach with their dad, and so we took the opportunity and said, hey, we have a chance to go. Let's go. Anyway, and we also, you know, had a couple of date nights and spent some time together, just him and I, and so we had a little bit of a parenting break this year, and it was really nice. And it was really nice that we got out of town for a few days, that we just went away. I'm really glad that we did this. So it was really like a second honeymoon. So, but this was one of our date nights, and but it's like totally okay, right, to include photos that, you know, that it doesn't have to be just photos from this one event. It can be especially because to me a photo like this sort of tells me who this album is about, right? And of course I know that. I know who this album is about. But I don't know, I just like it there. So I might see about putting just a little something here. I did add that little Love This Story from Allie Edwards. I did add that to this photo in Photoshop. So I'm just looking at this little banner right here. Yeah, I'm gonna add that. I like this, adds sort of a monochromatic feel right here, and I kind of like that. And then I might just, some of this may feel kind of random, but don't worry, I'm going to bring it all together. Add touch and washi right there. And then another little stamp. So I'm using my Believe stamp set from Allie Edwards. That's, let me think here. This is July, that's June's little stamp set. It's like one of my favorites ever. I think you can probably tell that because I made like 3 layouts with it last week. Here we go. So this is what I'm going to do across here. There we go. Okay. And then I also want to add just a little something right there. I'm wondering if I just a little tiny thing here. I'm really liking this green. Maybe put a couple of dots. I realized I totally am not paying attention to time here. So let me get the clock where I can see it. Okay. Okay, so I like for my enamel dots to have a purpose right now. I know we had a period of time where we did random dots, and I usually did groupings of 3 or 5. And I'm kind of over that. I don't know about you guys. So I just like for my dots to have a purpose. So I'm not sure that this is really a purpose, but there we go. These are fascinating because they're not glossy dots. They're more matte dots. So there we go. Okay, and that's that layout. I am going to just bend that over a little bit. There we go. Okay, and so my picture for this layout is of the Ravenel Bridge. And this bridge, I show it a couple of times in this album. I love this bridge. Now, I am not a big fan of bridges. There's a little rough cut right here that I'm gonna, looks like my blade needs to be replaced on my trimmer. So I'm gonna just trim this off real quick. But I am not a fan of bridges. In fact, I have a real hard time with heights and open spaces. I have agoraphobia. But this bridge, I actually realized that I love it. This trip, was able to actually look out the window while we were going over it. So there you go. I'm making progress in my life, you guys. But anyway, but one of the reasons why I love it is because it's just one of those iconic pieces of Charleston that always tells me that we're almost there when we get there, and I love that. I love that about this bridge. So I love Charleston. There's a couple of southern cities that are my favorites, Charleston being one of them. Alexandria, Virginia is another one that I love to go. I love places that are less than 6-hour drives from me. That's anywhere from, let's see, Atlanta, because I'm in Kernersville, North Carolina, and so Atlanta is 6 hour, 4 or 5, well, yeah, 4 or 5, and I'm not sure I really like that. Yeah. I want to use it. I think I want to use this here, actually, just tuck it underneath. But anyway, so chasing rabbit trails. Anywhere that's less than 6 hours, and so that means Atlanta, Savannah, Charleston, Gatlinburg, Tennessee is always so much fun to go to, although I haven't been there in years. And then north of me is Alexandria, Virginia, and DC. That's hitting the 6-hour mark. Love it. Love, love, love. Okay. So I think I'm gonna do something different up here rather than the washi tape. Those are just a little bit too big, I think. But I do have these little freckled fawn labels. Another thing that would be pretty up there is one of those banners. I think I'm going to do this and stamp on it, and I think I'm going to use my brain and stamp on here before I put it on the page. I'm just trying to figure out, because this is a heavy cardstock. Okay, Nice. They're a heavy cardstock sticker. That's cool. Okay. Maybe I'll just use the little yellow one and make that one. Let's see. What's a good one? There's Sunshine, Adventure. What's on this one? Happy Place. There we go. Okay, yeah, Happy Place with this heart on it, I think. Let me just get these off here real quick so don't lose track of where they belong. Okay, and I'm gonna just do that and then Happy Place. This is the June, I think, the June Gossamer or May Gossamer Blue stamp set. And then that one is June's Gossamer Blue set. Okay, and I'm going to just use black ink on this one. That's perfect. Okay. And then that adhesive is just right to the edge. Oh. And of course that totally went on Cricut. Everything today is going on Cricut. Oh well, it's just going to stay there. It's just going to stay there Cricut. Okay, and I'm going to repeat this over here. I like that. And I'm also going to repeat it over here. Right here. And then find another little sentiment. What else? And there's this Totally Loving This, but that one is a little bit big. I'll just go back to the Life is Good because I like that one. I like this idea of using two different little sentiments and stamping them at seemingly random places around the page. I've been doing this in my gardener's notebook. You probably noticed. Okay. And I like that. And I really got to do something about this because it's just crooked as all get out. Let's see here. Maybe I need to... I don't know, guys. I need like a little word strip. There's some of... Let me just grab this. Here we go. This Life in Color thing. Here we go. Adventure Awaits. I'll just do that. Okay, and then maybe that looks okay. I don't know. Okay, you know what? Just move on. Don't overthink it. Just keep going. Okay, and that's like all I'm going to do here. So I just want to look back and see. I've got journaling right there. I don't really need any journaling here, and I've got journaling here. I do want to add a real quick one of these banners here. I may grab some of the embellishments from the Believe kit too. Now I'm doing yellow on yellow again, just like I did the I did yellow on green there, but I did green on green here, kind of like that. So I'm going to do yellow on yellow here. Okay, and then let's get this right here done. Now this was the first night we got there, and so we checked into our hotel, and we were across the bridge from Charleston, so we checked into our hotel, and then we traveled into the city to find dinner, and we just parked right off of King Street and walked, and we found Kicking Chicken. So that was our dinner that night. It was really good. It was really good too. And I think, aha, we have blue. I think what I want to do, how about that? Just that right there. I like that. And then I want my little heart back. Give me my heart back. Okay. And let's see what I want to say. Now I can use this Totally Loving This. With the heart on the end. Okay, and I think I want to use this blue ink. Let me stamp off this little heart. It's not. It's okay. Okay. So I want to do one. Actually, I want to do one right here. I'm sorry, I whispered. Okay. And then I want to do another one up here. Okay. Ooh, I like that blue on blue. Totally love that blue on blue. And then I'm going to do some hearts here. I love this heart so much. I like that. And I also think maybe a couple right here. Should I go around that circle a little bit? No. The other ones are follow a straight line. There we go. I love that. Okay. I also have these little wooden stickers. They're from Papyrus. I don't know if these are acid-free, but I'm really not worried about that. In my traveler's notebook. So just thinking about Oh my goodness. So you guys, I totally just lost like 10 minutes of filming. But that's okay. Like, we're just going to keep rolling. I did make the decision to go ahead and stop for the day. It's been about 40 minutes. And so let me show you. This is what I ended up doing. I think this is where I was at when it cut off. I was just stamping around the page, and then I went to the next page and added just a little bit of journaling here and some stamping and these over here. I'm still probably going to do a little bit more to this side, but I've decided that I'm probably best to be done for today. I'm getting tired and it's the end of the day. So time to call it for today, but I did want to go back and just flip through what I've done today, and I wanted to tell you guys that if you want to see close-up pictures of this book and you want to read more about it, please check out my blog at larkindesign.squarespace.com. I always, with every video that I write an accompanying blog post with still photos, close-ups, to try to help you get a better feel for the project itself, because I know that doesn't always come through really well in the videos. So I am sensitive to that in some way, and that's always there for you to check on. So this is just pretty much how this is coming along so far, and I'm really excited about it. You'll have to leave me a comment and let me know what you think. So this is a lot of fun. This is a great way, just a really awesome way to approach a scrapbooking project like this, and a little trip. You know, we were gone 5 days, I think, 4 nights, 5 days, and it's just a great way to organize those photos and figure out what I'm going to do with them. And so now we'll just work on getting it done. So I'm going to do a little bit at a time each week. I also will come on here, probably not next week, but the following week. I'll probably do another series of layouts in here for next week. And then the following week, I'll probably do my planner for next month, for August. And then I need to show you my planner for July and how that ended up working out for me. So that's just to let you know what's coming on up ahead. So thanks for watching, you guys. Thanks for following along. I hope you're having a good time with this. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.